to yourself, your own voice doesn't sound like it does to everybody else.
Dobbins to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone.
I still don't know that I have a good voice. I hear other people's voices and think they have great voices, but to me, it's just noise that comes out of my mouth. Tito, you mentioned John Cooper. I think now when these guys have finished, they've come back to Columbus or stayed in Columbus. My name is Paul Keels, and I've been the play-by-play voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes since 1998. My father was a big sports fan. My brothers, who were younger than me, but they were big sports fans. You know, back in the 60s, there weren't a lot of games on TV, so you followed them on the radio. We would at night listen to the Reds and be able to follow them, and it just seemed to be kind of a real hypnotizing connection. Well, what got me involved was at a very early age realizing that the athletic ability was only good enough for rec leagues and pickup games. I always thought it was great that there were announcers on the radio that connected people to their teams, and seemed like that would be a neat way to be involved. It's kind of two different existences, being a fan and being an announcer. It's not the same thing. While the game's going on, you're trying to pay attention to where the ball is, what the time is, what the down and distance is, what the score is. And so it doesn't really allow you to be a fan like if you're sitting at home. You can kind of become a fan afterwards or even before, because you want to see the teams that you're broadcasting for do well, especially the coaches and the athletes that you've gotten to know. You want to see them have success.
Ohio State's Jayshawn Tate inbounding on the left sideline. Tate ahead of the circle, shoots a straight on 3 and drills it with 3 seconds left.
I do have a few friends that like to embarrass me and will say, hey, do you recognize that guy's voice? Do you listen to the games on the radio? But it still surprises me even after all of these years. So this is what I always wanted to do, you know, becoming a sports fan and thinking about how a job like this would help connect sports fans to their teams. It's what it did for me as a sports fan and still does. So I'm very, very lucky to have been able to do what it is that I always wanted to do.